everyone, I am Rant42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and today we're talking about the studio and the critics' weaponization of diversity in our entertainment. So, I do apologize for the very echoey, empty room. I am in the middle of loading up the truck as we speak, but I wanted to make a video for you guys. I have this rant in my head, and it's just been bothering me for days. It is, and months, basically, months, months and months and months. This is part of why I changed my channel format to talk about pop culture. It is because of this stuff. When I see critics talk about how diverse a show is, or a movie, instead of whether or not it's good, this tells me one thing, that it is hot dog shit, it is garbage, and that they are so afraid to give it a bad rating for fear of being called racist, sexist, homophobic, ableist, any of these other labels that these toxic studios like to throw out at people for not liking their stuff. And we see it all the time. We see it in Star Trek Discovery fandoms where they just say, oh, you don't like it, you're a Trump supporter. It's like, well, maybe I don't like it because it's dog shit, right? Oh, you don't like it, but you're just a racist. You don't like a black woman in charge. No, I don't like that it's written like garbage. Oh, you don't like She-Ra, you're against gay people. I'm bisexual. Okay? Get it out of your head. Get these buzzwords, get your programming out of your head for 1 second and have an individual thought of your own before you go and call somebody a name if they disagree with you. Right? We get into the pattern and the mindset, and this comes from the studios down. This comes from people like Kathleen Kennedy who flat out detest those people. Basically the fans of Star Wars. And this comes from the media that are allowed to run with stories like toxic fandom, man babies, basement dwellers, misogynist. If back in the days of Ghostbusters 2016, we were hearing that type of thing. So when I see these words, I know that this is what they're doing. They're weaponizing these buzzwords and these phrases against us. They're using the fear of being called sexist and racist against us, like it's something we even care about anymore. Like, I'm to the point where, you're gonna think whatever you think about me. I know that I don't give a crap what somebody looks like on the outside, as what's inside that counts. And yeah, I'm going to pick apart the design of the plus-size Spinnerella on the new She-Ra, because superheroes don't do that. And it opens up the door for teasing and taunting and bullying. This is what I keep saying. This is why I picked on Starfire's costume. Because what are people going to think? What is the first thought that's going to cross their mind? Whether they're going to say it or not. She looks like a hooker on Starfire's costume from Titans. And I really wish I would have had images up for you guys. But I apologize. I'm in the middle of moving, so I will link those videos in the description below where I picked on Starfire, and I didn't pick on Starfire, I picked on the costume choices and the mentality of using that and this Spinnerella from She-Ra. The problem I see every time that we get these sort of images out there released to the public, these new designs for characters, these reviews of, oh, it's so diverse, I love it because it's diverse, instead of, I love it because it told a good story, and I really loved the characters, or the animation, or any of that. You know what? It's like this review here. I'll pop this up. She-Ra and the Princess of Power successfully reboots the 30-year-old franchise for a new generation with a more diverse group of heroines this time around, each with their own distinct personalities and unique abilities on the battlefield. Well, they already had unique personalities and abilities on the battlefield. Why do we have to point out how diverse they are? How is that a review? How does that tell us if it's good or not? It's like you're using these buzzwords and you're hiding behind diversity instead of telling us what your thoughts are. And even if it's a positive review, you just say, oh, it's so diverse. People do all the time. And this review I used in my She-Ra video where we were pointing out that, yeah, it's got a 0% fan score on Rotten Tomatoes and 100% for the critics. And, whenever I see this sort of stuff, that doesn't tell me anything. That just tells me that this is a reviewer who is too afraid, possibly, I don't know for a fact, but they might be too afraid of saying what they really feel, because you get so bullied in the entertainment industry if you have a negative review of anything. We are so beyond the no negativity crowd that started sprinkling in when I was a kid. They're like, oh, you're so negative. Why are you so negative? Because I don't like something. It's okay to not like something. It is very much okay to not like something and complain about it. You're not a sexist. You're not a racist. You're not a man baby. You're not a basement dweller if you dislike something. And I am sick and tired of these studios going out of their way to weaponize diversity like that. To put that speech in people's thoughts, in their brains, because the more they hear it, the more they start repeating it, because people, even myself, people are susceptible to buzzwords. That's why they work. This is why we have McDonald's with a new slogan every few years. If I say I'm loving it, you guys know I'm talking about McDonald's. It's a buzzword. It's a slogan. And that is what these companies and studios do. They leak these buzzwords to their news sites and their press releases, in their statements, in their, in any of their interviews. They leak these buzzwords. And people like Melissa McCarthy go around repeating them or come up with them for all I know. But they catch on. You hear stuff like misogynist being associated with people who like the original Ghostbusters, which is bullshit. It is absolute bullshit. I like the original Ghostbusters, and I'm a woman. And I like it certainly more than that Ghostbusters 2016 reboot. We hear terms like toxic fandom being thrown around about the fans of Star Wars. We hear they politicize these things as well. They're using this to try and lump us into political categories, which doesn't even apply with entertainment. You can hate the president all you want and still hate Star Trek Discovery. You can love the president and hate Star Trek Discovery. You can love the president and love Star Trek Discovery. These people don't understand that politics have nothing to do with it. They have nothing to do with it. And they're just going around weaponizing the diversity just so they have something to use against us if we dislike it. Just so they can throw a label. And it's easier than admitting they made something that was garbage. It's really easier than that. And I get so tired of time and time again, these studios using that sort of hate speech almost. It's hateful language where they're calling you man baby, toxic, you're a misogynist, you're a basement dweller. It's like, you guys are the toxic studios coming up with this stuff all the time. It's like they have no idea what to do. And there is not a grand conspiracy again about this, I don't think. It's Occam's razor. It's the simplest solution is they don't know what they're doing. We have changed so much in society in the past, 20, 30 years. Social media, we have instant access to celebrities. They have instant feedback of what we really think. This is why you have people like Rian Johnson, who directed The Last Jedi, still getting into it with people who watched The Last Jedi and didn't like it. We have people like John Boyega, who played Finn in The Last Jedi and Force Awakens, still getting into it on Twitter with people. We have people going at it back and forth with their customer base, their viewers. Because 30, 40 years ago, you had to write a letter and hope it got to the right place. Now you can just at them on Twitter. You can just respond to something. You have instant access to these people. And we've shifted so much as a society. The studios have no idea how to compensate for that. They have no idea how to handle it. They're scared. That's why they're weaponizing diversity like this. That's why they're weaponizing anything they can. It's not some grand conspiracy. It is just out of fear of not knowing what to do. They are that grossly incompetent at this day and age that they have nothing else. They see something trending on social media. They see this vocal minority of people who are the quote-unquote SJW types who go around saying, oh, we hate white men and we hate this and that and everything else that they hate. It's a quote. I'm not saying anything that I hate anything. But they see this on Twitter. They see this stuff trending on social media. They see, oh, Star Trek Discovery's trending. That must mean we're doing a good job. It's like, no, you have it trending on social media because we don't like it, because we're complaining about it. And they don't understand because you have these old people in charge of a lot of the studios nowadays who clearly are so out of touch. They don't know what to do. A friend of mine used to always say, never attribute to malice what can be clearly summed up by gross incompetence. Or I'm probably misquoting him, but yeah, I don't think it's so malicious. I think that they just don't know what to do. And the fact that they weaponize diversity like this is because they're scared, because they have no idea why their properties are failing. And they see something on Twitter or Tumblr or social media somewhere saying that this type of person likes diversity. Why? Oh, you must be racist if you don't like this. They just put two and two together without any facts or information. They don't get it. And I get tired of that. I get so tired of that. What do you guys think? Am I completely off the point on this? Do you guys think that there's like a grand scheme behind all this? Do you think that the studios are trying to actually take us down? Or do you think they're just so out of touch? They're just so out of the loop, that they're just so incompetent that they have to weaponize diversity like that? That they have to use terms like toxic fandoms and, oh, you're just toxic, you're a man baby. What do you guys think? Because I think that they just don't know what they're doing. I think that they just have no idea. I think they're losing a lot of money. They're not making the kind of money that they want. They know that they can control what the media says by leaking out the right information, having the right spin on things, and that they know people nowadays will only read the headline of an article and not the body of the article. They won't read every word. They won't see how it's stated. They won't understand any of it. And they know that they can use that against us to critic-proof their properties. And then once their properties fail, then they say, oh, well, it was Russian bots. It was this. It was racist. It was sexist. And they think it's working, but it doesn't work, because at the end of the day, you can spin your numbers all you want, and you can say something like, yeah, Star Wars finally made its $4 billion back. Yeah, and a lot of people are going to be dumb enough to believe that, but you got to remember, when Disney spent $4 billion to buy Star Wars from George Lucas, they also had to spend a good few $100 million per movie to make each movie. So no, they have not made back that money. They made that initial investment back, but they also put in a lot of money to make the movies. And people will just see, oh, they made their money back, and then that's all they'll hear and understand. I don't know. I'm rambling a bit, but yeah, I just wanted to take a quick break of moving and loading up the truck. And again, I apologize for the super echoey room and the super empty room. Just to rant about that a little bit. It just bothers me so much. And it's been bothering me for months and months and months about this. And anytime I see how diverse a show is in the review, I know that that's probably not going to be a good show, because they just are too afraid. The reviewers are too afraid to say it was bad. They're too afraid to say something negative about it, because we are in the day and age where diversity is weaponized against us. We're at the day and age where you can't just dislike something. There's got to be something wrong with you if you don't like it. And there's got to be something wrong with you if you see a trailer and the movie doesn't look good and you say you don't want to watch it. We have this whole mentality now where people get it in their heads. They're like, oh, you have to give the show a chance. Watch every episode and then see what it's like. Then see if you like it or not. I saw the trailer. The trailer looked like garbage. That is the advertisement. That is the thing to tell me if I'm going to like it or not. The trailer is enough, usually. What do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts in the comments section below. I am MechaRandom42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and I will try my best to do some vlogs from the road if I can. If not, hopefully I'll have some things to make it up for you guys soon. I'm going to try and do a live stream either tonight or tomorrow as well, if I still have the computer up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye!